Yo, we just people from the north side. Once the Timmy's hit the shore fine. Winter ready on the four ties. Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on your own time. Color people every port side. We just people from the north side.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your host, your boy George Mackay, Straight Talk Wrestling. As you see the skull behind me, and I got a good one. I got an up-and-comer, someone I've been keeping my eye on. Now it's the perfect time to bring her into Straight Talk because as she gets more out there, it's going to be harder to get a hold of her. So I got to get her while I can. Please help me welcome Dreya Mitchell to Straight Talk Wrestling.
Hello there. Hello.
So Dreya, wrestling. It's a crazy world, right?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Indeed. I like that. I like that. Very professional. Indeed. Yes.
There you
Don't
go.
worry. I won't get too crazy out there with the questions, but everyone's got a story, whether it be a crazy out there story or a simple I watched this match and I fell in love with it. What was one of the things that you decided that you had to get involved in this crazy mixed up world of professional wrestling?
Um, I've always watched it, the classic. But I didn't really see myself or was interested in doing it because I started watching when I was like 8, and I only like got interested in doing it when I was like 19, 20. So all during all those years I was just like, oh, it's a fun thing to watch. It's my thing. I like it, and let's just keep it at that. But then like pandemic wise, I was like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. Nothing is interesting to me. And that's when one of the phases, because I go on and off with watching wrestling. I watch a lot of it and then none and then a little bit. And during that time was when I was pretty high on it. So I'm like, maybe I should try it. I don't know. It could be a thing. Like I like entertainment. I've always done sports, so why not mix the two? And that's how it came about. Yeah.
I like that. Yep. No, that's usually pretty much the tailor-made thing. I fell in love with it, or I've got a mixed bag like a pro athlete. Now I know the other sports you did were basketball, and I'm a big basketball fan.
Yeah.
Love basketball. I've loved basketball since I'm gonna age myself now, but I love basketball since Michael Jordan was on my TV screen. That's right. I got to watch MJ in his
Wow.
prime. That's how old I am, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of a flex, though. It's kind of a flex.
It is. When you get to see MJ, like, listen, I got to see him live in Toronto for one of the few games that he was here in Toronto right before he hung it up. So, yeah, it was pretty damn cool, to say the least.
Pretty cool.
Yes, very cool. So, speaking of basketball, let's flip to the trajectory. What did you play in basketball, and what were some of your influences in basketball?
I played center because just like in wrestling, basketball, I was one of the bigger girls. And I kind of stumbled on it too, because I did figure skating first, when I was like younger. And then when I came into high school, I didn't enjoy figure skating as much, and I really got into basketball. And I didn't have that many inspirations. I just liked the sport. And overall, because it doesn't make sense with me basketball, because who I like is who I had a crush on at that time.
Hmm.
So it doesn't make that much sense.
Okay.
But I just enjoy what it was on the TV when I watched it. That's pretty much the gist of it.
I like that. Okay, I like that. I can go with that. I can go with that. Now, I mean, it's funny, right? Because you mentioned how you stumbled on it, and then you also mentioned figure skating. That's pretty damn cool because figure skating is going to teach you that balance and it's going to teach you that footwork. So when you started training, you kind of already had that, right? Like you know how to maneuver and balance your body based. I mean, it's not easy skating at all, but to skate and
Yeah.
do flips and twirls and stuff, like figure skating is crazy.
Yeah, like I'm so glad I did it. It was like a thing I did because it did help with wrestling a lot, like with my footing and stuff. Just like you said, like positioning. It kind of gave me like a center to go off of when I did start training. So it did make it like way easier to train because I had that.
Amazing. Amazing. So I know you started at Torture Chamber, but now I know you're at IWS training. And I know that IWS has, got a rich heritage in terms of people that they've trained, people that have worked there, people that come in, seminars and stuff like that. Like it's an ever evolving door of nothing but wrestling knowledge. And what's been your experience at IWS? I always like to get these answers from everyone that's training or anyone that's coming up because it is such a revolving door of talent. And I know they put on some great seminars and I know that they have some great classes, great coaches. So what is the whole experience like? And I like if I'm calling you up and I'm like, listen, I saw your match. I want to get into wrestling. Where should I train? And you're going to sell me on IWS. How would you do it?
I would say it's definitely like an inclusive space. Like whatever, if you have a background in sports or not, if like not even relating to sports, if like a more of a shy person, like truly, I think it's a great place for you to go train because everyone's so welcoming. I'd say from my experience, if I were to sell it to you, I already knew most of the people because I was already like in the wrestling realm of Montreal, but I did feel very nervous about training because like it's so you're vulnerable when you train, and everyone was so welcoming. Like you go there, you feel like you've been there for like years. It's not a thing. You won't feel ostracized, whether it's with the training or like if you think it's like a high school, it's absolutely not. Like everyone's just really cool. And the coaching, I feel like it's also done in a very like great and calm environment.
Hmm.
And you don't have to be afraid to ask anything or to mess up. Like it at the end of the day, it's truly practice. You won't get it on the first day, but you don't have to beat yourself up for that because the coaches won't and the student either.
That's awesome. I like that. I like when I hear stuff like that. That's very cool. Now, of course, I know that, again, try to do my research on the internet, but it's always hard to find all the details, especially about up and coming indie talent, such as yourself. But it says debut was 2023. Am I right? We got a full year and a bit under our belts.
Yes, like almost a year and a half.
Okay, so let's go with 18 months. Let's just call it 18 months down the
There-
middle. There we go. We're 18 months in. So
Yeah.
18 months in, and you've had some good matches. One match I enjoyed watching was I actually went back and preparing for this interview. You versus, I believe it was Selma Blair or something like that over at where was it? NSW or Acclaimed or something like that. It was a great match. It was a good
Uh,
match.
where was that? What was the name?
Hang on one second. I'm gonna see. This is where my tabs are open and then they never open up again. Hang on one second. Edit this part out anyways. Let's see. It was you versus Salem Wilder at Capital City Wrestling. That's what it was.
Yes, New Brunswick, my girl
Yes.
Salem.
Yeah. She
Uh,
she was actually let me go back and ask that question again. So edit point so I know.
oh my God.
Hey. So one of the matches I watched in preparing for this interview was you at Capital City Wrestling with Salem Wilder. It was a great match, a lot of fun. You came out with all kinds of heat and all kinds of attitude. Even the announcers picked up on it. The announcers like coming out here with a lot of attitude right now is Dreya Mitchell. No shortage of confidence. I will say that for you. And you worked the crowd. You played the heel side to perfection. I mean, Salem did get the win, but still. You got well. Come on. I have to lay it out. I have to let people know. Okay, you want me to lie? It's on the internet. I can't lie.
Dang. All right, you can say it. It's out there.
It is out there. Okay, fine. Salem under. How about this? How about this? Salem under circumstances beyond your control secured a victory that if you had been a little bit more ahead of the game in one particular setting, you might have pulled out the W. Is that better to say?
Right. Yes.
Right.
I
Yes.
get that. That's it. That's it.
So Salem, though, however, got the 1, 2, 3, and here we are now. But what was it like wrestling in New Brunswick? And again, the attitude and the confidence, the swag that you represent and you bring with you to the ring. Where does it all come from? Because I could see no shortage of fear and no shortage of confidence from you.
Well, first of all, I don't know if it was the first or second time. I think that was the first time I went to New Brunswick. It was my first time going outside of Quebec as well. And the whole experience, like all the people at CCW, which is that promotion I went to, I completely adore wrestling there. I adore the people there. Um, and also Salem, she was even newer than I am. So it was kind of weird to be the vet in our match. It was my first time doing that, and I wasn't even a year in, and she was a couple months. But what I will say is that I still liked wrestling her and working with her because she's like so hungry to learn and just like me. So I would say that made it like way easier, but it was very nerve-wracking going out there to somewhere I've never been. I'll be honest, yes, I'm a full-grown adult, but it was my first time getting on a plane without my parents. So that was a thing. Like it was an experience, and now I'm used to it. I've done it a couple times. Like I, I'm a responsible adult now. But yeah, I will say I really love going to New Brunswick and that match. Um, I really liked it. Like we really brought it to the best of our abilities. And when it comes to the confidence thing, I've always been confident my whole life. I won't say like I don't know, it's just the way I am, I guess. I grew up this way and that's it. But I guess in wrestling, I kind of have to amplify it to let people know that like, hey, can I curse on here?
Hmm.
Okay. Like I'm hot shit. Like, yeah, kind of let them know. So I have to be louder about that. And it's also a tiny, tiny bit of delusion.
Hmm.
That's what I always say. So if I don't believe it, they won't. So I have to kind of like say, oh my God, they know I'm the best. Duh. And when they don't, it's like, what do you mean? But yeah, it's like already who I am, who I was am before wrestling or outside of wrestling, and a sprinkle of delusion in there.
I like that. I've had that question answered so many different ways, but to actually have someone say throw right away delusion is incredible. So
Gotta
kudos
keep
to
it
you.
up.
You got to keep it real, 100%. You got to keep it 100. I love that. So a couple other highlight matches I do want to discuss because I feel like these matches were I could see the progression in you as a performer and as a character, which I really enjoyed. I'm a big fan of mystery wrestling. I
Oh,
love mystery wrestling.
love it.
And there's nothing that Evil Uno and whoever he has on commentary and all the goldness that is in the ring is just incredible. If anyone doesn't know mystery wrestling, it is literally that. It's mystery wrestling. And that's the only way I can say it. If you don't know, look it up. It's worth the look. Now, two matches that you've only had there
Yeah.
you versus Vanessa Kraven, which I gotta say, that's wow. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm gonna curse now. You got beat the fuck down.
My chest. My poor little girl chest.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Uh, while you bring that match up, first of all, mystery. Like you said, I've only been there once. I absolutely loved it because I watched it before even wrestling there. Like I would tune in,
Hmm.
and it's just so fun. And even getting to wrestle there was like, oh my God. And that match I had with Vanessa Kraven, we had faced each other, I think, once in singles and like once in tag team.
Hmm.
But that match at Mystery is like, as of today, is my favorite match ever. I felt like I did feel like electricity during that match. Like I felt good, and she did as well. Like I truly love working with her. And yeah, I got beat the fuck up, as you said. Yeah. I'll do it again though.
Gotta keep it 100, right? Gotta keep it
That's
100.
it. That's it.
And then, of course, my other favorite match of yours, which featured one of Ontario's own, is the IWS World Heavyweight Title Fatal Four Way that you had with Kristara, yourself, Danny Leo, who I know is, I guess, frenemy, enemy, cohort in crime,
We
besties.
had our
Okay,
Yeah, we had our thing, but we're cool now. That's my girl. That's absolutely my girl.
okay, that's your girl. So they, and of course, Ontario's very own Vanna Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, another one who was, post pandemic over here training, lighting it up, and then now, boom, you got to taste a little bit of what Ontario brings. And let me tell you,
Yeah.
I know Ontario can bring some heat. Let me tell you, okay, we
Ooh.
can.
Um, like the thing is that when I did start to go outside and show face at the promotions, I hadn't wrestled in Ontario. It almost took me a year after making my debut to wrestle in Ontario for the first time. And I always knew that I wanted to wrestle. I didn't care where. I just wanted to wrestle in that province because like the wrestling is like subtly rich. Like there's a lot there, but not many people know.
Hmm.
So yeah, and with that match at Remix, I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. Um, like all the girls that were in there, was me, Kristera, Danny, and Vanna. Like I was kind of scared going to that match because it's like, what the heck are we about to do? Like, what's gonna go on? And then we went in, and truly, it was so fun. Like, I had a blast. I think the girls did too. So that was a fun match. I am glad I had that.
Absolutely, and of course, you're glad that I brought that up. See, the research is on point, right? The research game is
Yeah,
good.
but I knew it would be this way. So
That's
I'm
true. You
not
did.
worried.
See, I don't even need to bring the swag. You're bringing the swag for me. I love it. I love it.
All right.
So listen, I got to ask this question though, because Quebec has so much heritage and history in professional wrestling. We're
Mhm.
talking decades. We're talking big names. We're talking talent. Dino Bravo, the Rougeaus. We're talking Kevin Owens. We're talking Sami Zayn. We're talking so many, and those are only some that I can name. I can only name a few, but literally heritage and history personified, both male and female professional wrestlers coming out of Montreal. And it's like you got to wonder. You really have to wonder what's in the water over there because it's like they breed professional wrestling all kinds.
Honestly, I don't know. Like the funny thing is that before I signed up for wrestling, I didn't even know there was wrestling in Montreal and Quebec. Like I truly thought that I didn't even know there was wrestling schools in Montreal. I thought I would have to go move to the United States and get it started there. And as I got into training and opened the internet, I'm like, whoa, this place is crazy. And I've lived here my whole life and I didn't know. But yeah, like even if I wasn't a part of that, whatever is coming out of Quebec, just watching like some of the people that come out because some of them are my friends, it's like, wow, we're doing the damn thing, like they're doing the damn thing. Like it's truly crazy, like the amount of hidden gems that are in Quebec. And I do think that in 2024 we really like try to get the little Quebec of it all out there. And I do think that 2025, me and my Quebec folks are going to try to do it even bigger. So I'm glad that now we're it's people are starting to talk about Quebec being like, okay, this is like a really serious place for wrestling. So it's
It
cool to have that now.
it is, and you know you are. It's only we're only in week 4 of January, and this is going to drop sometime probably late February, early March. But I've already interviewed 4 people from Quebec for this
Oh
year
wow.
already. I've got that many people in the can. I got that much ahead because,
Nice.
like I said, there's no rest for the wicked. You take 2 weeks off at Christmas, and then you're right back to the grind.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. So, being part of that heritage, though, and that history of professional wrestling out of the great province of Quebec, do you feel the pressure? Do you feel the pressure to live up to that heritage? I mean, I understand you're only 18 months in, but there's a lot of history. And when people find out you are from Quebec, like if I'm a promoter, oh, I'm booking her from Quebec. This girl's serious. She knows what she has to do. Because again, Quebec is no joke. Much like wrestlers from Ontario, if you book somebody from Ontario, you know we're going to bring that fire, we're going to bring that intensity, we're going to bring that flavor that some people in Quebec may not have. And just like you're going to bring your flavor over here. So do you feel that pressure sometimes when it's like people are, oh, you're from Quebec? Okay, you better live up to the name.
Yes and no. I'd say yes because I guess there's always a little pressure to like do well, and especially like the place that I'm at now. Um, I'm not how big-headed, but like it's how it is. Like people know, like promoters, like they do their research and stuff. So if they book me, they expect a certain performance, I guess. So I guess in that aspect there is pressure. But overall, I'm just having fun. And so when I do show up at whatever it is, a match, I'm just chill. But there is like nerves like right before the entrance. But yeah, as for pressure, yes and no. That's the best I can put it.
I like that. I like that. Again, no shortage of confidence, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the confidence. I really, really do. I think that's what sets so many individuals apart is being able to have that confidence. Like me, I know I can never step foot in the ring, but get me behind a commentary table or get me having a conversation with you like we're doing now. This is where I flourish. This is my wheelhouse. This is where I shine. So I know that when you get in the ring, it's all business. Now, I will say this. I will say that my favorite part of the Salem Wilder match was when you jumped over the top rope and you snapped her off the second rope, and then you eye fucked the entire row of people in front of you, and you looked up and down, and I couldn't see your look, but I could tell by some people in the front row they were like, "Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near her. Come, it's she's scary." You had some people in the front row being like, "Shit."
I mean, they got to understand. I have to make them understand in any way I can. But yeah, like sometimes like there's like a I don't remember stuff, but I do. But that specific moment, it was like I have a footage of it, but it's from behind. So I even me, I can't see what look I was giving, but I can see like the whoa, okay,
Yeah, she's
thank
like,
you.
all right, you heard her. It's cool. Focus on her, not us. Focus on her.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. No, I love stuff like that. I love stuff like that. Now, listen, it's early on in 2025. You've had two matches under your belt so far, or maybe more at this point but from what the internet tells me, it's two matches.
Yeah, cage match. They need to speed it up. I'm looking at my calendar. Uh, if I look right now, uh, 7.
Seven matches. Okay. So
Yeah,
okay. So the internet's not that far behind. They're not
yeah,
that far behind. So seven matches under your belt so far, but we're only the first month of 2025 is gone. We still have so much more time left in this year.
yeah.
What are some goals or some areas you want to, like you said, you wanted to get more into Ontario. You want to go outside to other provinces. Like, do you have goals in mind to go to Vancouver? Do you want to go stateside to experience some stuff? Do you want to go wrestle out in the Maritimes? Like, what are the simple goals for you this year to keep your calendar fully booked?
Yes. It's funny you talk about Vancouver because I've been eyeing it like since late last year. So that, but I guess the main place that I do want to go is the United States. I don't care where, I don't really care which promotion. I just really want to experience the indie scene over there because it's absolutely insane. So I do want to check it out for myself and experience it. Um, Another little thing is that I at least want to have 85 matches. I kind of got close in 2024, which was not so bad, but I do feel like this year I could hit that mark. So if I can, I will, but it's not like a big thing. It's just if it happens, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But and also I want to wrestle new people. People that I wouldn't think of wrestling. Um, and think about talking about that, I guess a little bit more intergender wrestling because I haven't done a lot of it last year. And I'm glad because I got thankful enough that I got to wrestle all the girls that I wanted to wrestle last year, or most of them. So I guess this year there's only like the men that were on my list that I want to wrestle now. So I guess those points I'd want to get that done this year.
I love it. I love it. I really, really do. I think those are very obtainable and very easy goals that I think you can definitely hit and aspire to. Now, of course, is there any opponent that you have in mind? Like, is there one name that you really want to cross off that list sooner than later?
Mm,
Male, female, doesn't matter. Is there somebody on that list that you're like, yeah, I want to get in the squared circle and I want to do some business with them?
I have to pull out my phone for that one. I can't think. Um, all right. If there was one person,
Hmm.
I'm throwing it out there because it can't hurt, but Megan Bain.
Okay.
She's so awesome. And I don't know, I like since I discovered who she was, yeah, I want that to happen for sure. For sure.
All right. Well, Megan, if this interview ever finds you, we've got to set this up somewhere. Somebody's got to book that match because I feel like it could be special. I feel like it could be some
Yeah,
magic there for sure. I really do.
yeah.
Okay.
Cross.
Fingers crossed. Listen, I'm crossing my toes. I'm crossing my ears. I'm even crossing, like, I don't have much hair left, but I'm crossing what I can. Okay, crossing what I can.
Thank
Now,
you.
no problem. No problem. No problem. Now, I mean, of course, what is when it comes to training and evolution of character? Like, we're seeing the second we're going into year two of who Dreya is. But of course, there's always evolutionary points and there's always leveling up in everyone's career, both with their arsenal of training and their character work in the ring. Is there are we at an almost evolving stage for Drea right now? Are we going to see another layer be tacked on to who she is and what she represents in that squared circle?
Um, yes, and I think most importantly, I hope so. Because the way I work my character of sorts, it's kind of funny, but I just send it. I just do what feels right at that moment, and that has worked out for me thus far. But I do want to maybe have more emphasis on it or be more precise about what my character is. Because if you ask me now, I'll just say like, "Oh, I think I'm hot shit, I'm the best, la di da di da," and I want people to know that. But I do feel like if I were to explain who Dreya Mitchell is, I want more depth. So I think this year I definitely want to work on that. But yeah, I think you never stop I don't know what's the word, like growing up in wrestling, like character wise. your arsenal of moves or whatever. You never truly stop learning or evolving. That's the word. So I guess that as for right now, the near future, I guess putting really who I am as a wrestler, as a character, I really tr want to emphasize that.
Nice. I like that. I like that. And again, I think that's something very obtainable for someone so young. You've really got a good head on your shoulders in terms of how you want to tap into this business and how you want to evolve who you are in this business. So kudos to you. Now, bonus question because it's fun. Mom and dad, what do they think about your crazy pro wrestling career? Does let me moms are mostly scared, more scared than dads. So when mom and dad do come, if they have come watched you wrestle, have you seen mom be like, "Oh my God, she's gonna, oh my God, oh my God, oh no."
Um, well, okay. When I did tell my parents, I'm like, hey guys, I'm doing this. The thing is that I didn't really ask for permission. I'm just kind of like, hey, I'm doing this. My bad.
Mm,
Um, yeah, my mom, because they don't really know what pro wrestling is. Like they know of boxing, MMA, so they kind of rounded up into that. So even just explaining what pro wrestling is, it was very hard. And having to explain it in French also, it's a word jungle mumble, whatever. My dad did come watch me wrestle like a couple months ago because I don't invite them because like it's my thing and I know that they won't get that I'm not like actually getting fucked up. But I am, but I'm not. So it did take time for to just invite one of my parents, which was my dad, but he really enjoyed the show and he didn't really understand, but he saw that I had a lot of fun. So he was like, hey, if you like it, I love it, I guess. So that was pretty cool. And what was funny though is on the card that I was that day in the promotion I wrestled that TDT was there and they were the first match. And you know a TDT match.
hmm
If you don't know who they are, you're about to witness something. So I just see him laughing and being very confused. And then I come out and he's like, hey, that was crazy, but wow, this is what you do. I'm like, yeah. And as for my mother, she hasn't seen me wrestle yet.
Yeah. Okay.
She has seen videos, but it's nothing like being there.
Of course.
But I think I have the one match that I do want to invite her at. I know what match that is, and I it's just I don't want them to because again, she won't understand what's going on and she'll be worried because she's a mother, you know. It's just that I'm scared that she's gonna call me and be like, call me by my shoot name, and that again will I will hear my nickname that she has for me, and I don't want to like break or like lose focus. So that's why I guess to like the smaller crowds, I didn't necessarily try to invite her. But she knows what I do and she sees that I'm doing good. So she's like, sure. But she's still very confused about what I
Mm.
do, which is fine.
Which is fine. That's fine. She could be confused, but she just, as long as she accepts it and she knows you're having fun and you have a passion for it, that is really all that matters.
Yeah.
I love it. And I think that's a perfect way to end this conversation. So I want to say thank you. And I want to let you know now that you are officially a member of the Straight Talk family and you can come back anytime you'd like to. Before you go, you want to shout out your socials so everyone can keep up on everything that is Dreya Mitchell as to where to find you, where to watch you, and watch your ever evolving career take shape.
Yes. So as for socials, you can find me on Instagram at Dreya Mitchell, just all together. You'll find it. You'll see it. And as for Twitter, X, but it's still Twitter to me. It's underscore Dreya Mitchell because someone stole the name from me, which is rude, but whatever. And you can, when you find those social media, you can see where I'll be at. But I guess for the near future, this Saturday I'll be at Remix Wrestling in Orleans, Ontario. Don't know what I'm doing, but I'll be there. And the other one, the big one that comes to mind, March 7th at l'Olympia, IWS Anything Sanctioned. I am wrestling there, which is my first singles match at IWS.
Hey.
So I think if you can watch it live or be there, you will see something. So that's it.
I love it. I love it. And guys, that's it for this one. Don't forget to follow this young lady. She's up and coming. She's going to be big in this business very, very soon. I put my stamp on it now. So book her. Promoters, understand that this is a young, very talented, smart woman who knows his business very well for someone who's only been in it for a short time. So that's it for this one, guys. Peace, love, and wrestling. You know all my socials. The links are below. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Yo, we just people from the north side. Once the Timmy's hit the shore fine. Winter ready on the four ties. Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on your own time. Color people every port side. We just people from the north side.